Well, good evening, everybody, and right off the bat, my chat is active. I have someone, let's go back over to chat, uh, going by the handle of Butterfly Mama. Now, uh, in checking my notes, I kind of figured out who this person is. I'm a little surprised that she's in here. This wasn't supposed to be my topic of discussion tonight, as this is open discussion. But I do welcome you to the chat, Butterfly, in spite of what you've heard about me. Um, Now, Butterfly asked me if I was responsible for her daughter's arrest. And no, I was not. First of all, I don't know who her daughter is. I don't know who she is. So I don't know the full story behind it. She does have a hashtag Justice for Kelly, but since I don't know whose Kelly is, I don't know the circumstances behind her arrest and so on and so forth. Butterfly, you're more than welcome to state exactly what the issue is regarding your daughter, why she was arrested, and what her story is. Uh, and everyone, welcome to the multicast. This is a open chat tonight. I'm going to go over a few things, plus announce that, as I did last night, I am going to be going on additional channels. As soon as I figure out how, I will be either uploading videos or doing live streams on my BitChute channel. I'm going to see if I can do something with my Telegram channel. And there's a couple of other channels I am working on to expand my presence on social media. Now, there was a bit of information that came out today, or within the recent couple of days, about Brian Laundrie. The FBI released a timeline about him, and let me bring that in here. It apparently Brian has had a notebook, and in the notebook was a confession, if you want to put it that way, by Brian. And this is the FBI statement regarding regarding Brian Laundrie, and I'm going to let you read through that while I go down here and let's see. Now, let me read what's going on here. As it turns out, I guess there's something of a battle going on. And Butterfly Mama writes this: Truth Punisher infiltrated by Truth as a double agent in CIA plant. She messaged many of us and claimed Timmy and Randy were having an affair. She said Randy was a LARPer. Beware of Truth Punisher. Well, unfortunately, Bobby, whoever Truth Punisher is, they are partly correct. Word has it that Timothy Holmseth is a paid informant for the FBI, and he is going around finding people who are either involved with the insurrection at the Capitol last year, or lately, people who are selling fake COVID cards. This is so people who have not had the COVID or the booster and they could go and pretend they got the shots, and they can get away with it. In other words, they can lie about that. And since it's against the law, the FBI is paying for information regarding anyone that has been doing this. And apparently somebody advertised on the Telegram site, and right away reports have started to flood into the law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, about these sales. And it's the exact same individual that was posting on the Telegram channel. Now, Butterfly, I don't know if you realize it or not, but I am not a supporter of Timothy Charles Homeseth. That should have been obvious by the people that are on the Telegram channel that you're on. They have accused me of things which I have not said and done. I've been accused of being a serial murderer. I've been accused of drinking children's blood and endochrome and getting involved in child trafficking and all this nonsense, which is clearly false. And I've been trying to get Timothy Homeseth to leave me alone, along with his person that he hangs around with, because she's an instigator. And automatically, anybody that disagrees with Homeseth is a pedophile working for the deep state, a CIA plant, or some such nonsense. Now, you can believe what you want to believe about Homeseth, but I know the truth about him. No, Timothy Homeseth is not a devout Christian, Butterfly Mama, because he's not obeying the 10 Commandments. And one of the commandments is that you shall not bear false witness upon your neighbor, which is precisely what he's doing to me. I am being accused of all kinds of things, as are other people. And I don't care if he is having an affair with Randy or not. People say he is, maybe he isn't. I don't care. But for some strange reason, there are people that come in here talking about people's underwear. And wanting to know about whitey tiles, tighties, and all kinds of nonsense. And, you know, what can I say? You know, there are people that are going to believe in Timothy Homeseth wholeheartedly. They are not going to accept that he is not who he says he is, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I have to make it abundantly clear that you are in what might be considered enemy territory here. The vast majority of the people on this chat do not like Tim Homeseth, have had bad experiences with Mr. Homeseth, and would like to see him in jail. Well, Butterfly, you apparently have not been here, because the person that is one of those two comes in here and asks about the person's underwear almost daily. Every time I was on the website, or on this channel, they would come in here. Now, you're welcome to review all my videos, and in those videos, it will be discussed about whitey tighties and so on and so forth. Now, I don't expect you to believe me. I don't expect you to believe anybody in here. It's up to you to do your own research and make up your mind. Now, apparently, your mind is made up already. And I think the bar is set pretty low over on that other channel as to who is telling the truth and who is not. People are taking him at face. Okay, Butterfly Mama. There is a person by the name of Levi Page. Levi Page is another live streamer. Tim Homeseth has had an issue with Levi Page for 13 years. And a number of people that are on Tim Homeseth's side have come in here talking about an image that was supposedly taken of Levi Page in his underwear. And so every time I do a live stream, they would come in here wanting to know about his whitey tidies and all this nonsense, which is stalking and bullying, by the way. And one of the individuals used to go by the handle of Astro X. The other is the High Command. She would come in here. And this was Randy's. Matter of fact, I'm going to go over. Let's see. I can't do it on that computer. I'll do it on this one. But the thing of it is you've come in. Apparently, you have not been here before, and you don't understand what's been going on this channel. You only know what you read over on Telegram or the High Command. And there's been kind of an odd pissing match going on between people who support Tim Holmseth and people who do not. This channel does not support Tim Holmseth in the least. 90% of the people on this channel want him thrown in jail. Do you know what whitey tidies are? Or tidy whiteys? It's men's underwear. Now, why is it doing this? Okay. The High Command comes in here every once in a while and brings this up. And so does other people like the Punisher and so forth. So if Timmy and Randy don't care about it, then who from the High Command does? Because they're coming in here talking about it. They're coming in here, and when I open the lines up, they complain. Levi Page is Kim Pacazio's pit bull. Now, this is more false information that you've been fed. Yes, Levi Page and Kim Pacazio are friends, and they are trying to live their own lives, but Tim Holmseth won't leave them alone. They make false accusations about Kim Pacazio. They made false accusations in Kim's book, or in Timmy's book. He has been stalking Kim Pacazio since 2009, 13 years to be exact. And Kim is not guilty of anything that Tim says she's guilty of. She's not. And he's got people brainwashed over on BitChute and Telegram, lying about people, and so on and so forth. Now, Tim Holmseth used to be a pizza delivery driver. He delivered pizzas for Domino's Pizza. That's all he did. The newspaper he brags about, he was fired from, allegedly for plagiarism. Now, I personally went up there. They can tell you that. I went up there and I talked to a whole bunch of people about Tim Holmseth. And not one person I talked to in the entire state of Minnesota likes him. With the exception of Randy and a few others. And the only reason you guys believe Tim is because he believes in, or says he believes in, the same things you do. Now, Tim Holmseth says he is for stopping child trafficking and all this stuff. Well, if Tim Holmseth is for stopping child trafficking and so forth, why is he pestering Kim Pacazio and Levi Page? They have nothing to do with child trafficking or pedophilia or anything else in that nature. If anything, they are against it, just like I am against it. But you have been convinced otherwise. Well, I thought you didn't know anything about Levi Page. All of a sudden, you know everything about him. And why tidy whities is men's underwear? What is it? Why are you concerned about men's underwear? And there are men that wear what are commonly known as jockeys. This is just what we're talking about here. Uh, that are tight fitting. It prevents chafing. You'd have to understand men's anatomy and understand why there would be chafing. And as far as this daughter of yours, I have nothing to do with her. I have no idea who you people are. I don't know you. I don't know your daughter. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even know who Punisher is. It was my understanding that it was someone, and apparently I haven't a clue as to who Punisher is. I don't have a clue as to who you are. And so if they're over there saying that I had anything to do with your daughter, they're a liar. I am a retired truck driver. I don't have any idea. Well, of course it's a threat. That's all these people know how to do, Tom. She's sitting there somehow getting the idea that I had something to do with the arrest of her daughter. I haven't a clue as to who her daughter is, why she was arrested, and what all this stuff is about. I'm being dragged into a fight that I'm not even a part of. And this is the problem with these people over there. Randy, Timmy, and that bunch that surrounds them tells all this stuff and involves me in it, and I'm not involved in any of it. All I do is I have a small channel with 16 people on it, maybe 20 at the outside, and basically just see them ramble on for an hour or so, and then I go and watch TV. I'm going to be watching the Book of Boba Fett as soon as I'm done here. It's a new, I'm into science fiction, I'm into Star Wars, and that's all I do. I watch a lot of TV, and stuff like that. And this malarkey going on over at Telegram or BitChute or wherever the hell's going on over there is ridiculous. And one of my reasons for going over to those channels is I'm trying to get this home South nonsense off these two channels because these people are a waste of time. He can go pretend to be the third man in line to the president all he wants. And if people are going to, go along with that, that's their problem. When was it? I don't have contact with Truth Punisher. The only time I have contact with any of these idiots is when they come in here and troll this show. I have no idea who Truth Punisher is. Truth Punisher is a devout enemy of mine. Truth Punisher has made it clear that they want me in jail and want me sent to Gitmo and all this other childish nonsense. So you're barking up the wrong tree, Bartafly. I don't know who's been feeding you this information, but they are wrong. And I think the only reason they're doing it is they want to create trouble and divert from the fact that someone over in that camp might be responsible for the arrest of your daughter. Now, Butterfly, take this into consideration. In order to have your daughter arrested, someone would have to know the name of your daughter. That means you need to start looking at anyone that is on that chat site who knows your name and your daughter's name. Then you will know who is responsible for whatever happened to your daughter. Because I don't know your name. And because I don't know your name, I don't know your daughter's name. I don't know what there would be that would cause your daughter to be arrested. And so you're barking up the wrong tree. And I think someone over there has put you up to this I don't know what they think I'm going to do about it. I'm not going to do anything about it because I have no idea who you are. You believe in what you believe, and that's fine. I'm not going to try and persuade you. I accused you of posting photos of Levi and tidy whities. I never did that, liar. When have you been in here under the name Butterfly Mama? See, this is, I'm confused now. There are people that come in here and claim this, that, and the other thing, and I don't ever recall seeing your username in here. Anyone else that's in here, have you ever seen Butterfly Mama in this room? Because I don't know who you are. And all I know is someone comes in here and says that they have pictures of Levi in his underwear, which I think is ridiculous. And, is this all anybody is concerned about, is a picture of somebody in their underwear? I mean, aren't there more important issues in this world to be talking about than this crap? I don't understand you people. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of children that are being trafficked, that are being taken off the streets, that are being used in pornography and all this stuff, and all you care about is whether somebody drank while they're, well, you just said that someone accused you of the underwear, but, whatever, goodbye. Now that you know you have the face of the enemy, maybe you'll leave the enemy alone. Jeez, this is exactly what I'm talking about, folks. These people come in here and they cause problems. And, Deep State Dave is Deep State Dave. He does his thing. People get their burr up their ass about Deep State Dave, they can go yell at him. I had nothing to do with this crap. I'm just sitting here. I was right in the middle of talking about Brian Laundrie, and I had to divert once again because of these perverts from over in Homestead's channel. And believe you me, if you want to continue these arguments, I'll be over on Telegram and I will be over on BitChute, and you can argue with me over there. But this stuff over on this channel is going to stop. I don't care a crap. And here we go again. Well, see, this is number one. Why do you even care? And since when is there an age limit? Men wear what are known as boxers. That's what you're talking about. Boxers. Go Google it. And then men of all ages wear them. You got a choice. You got boxers or you got briefs. Jeez. And have you ever wondered what the purpose of boxers are? I'm not going to get into detail, but it's fairly obvious what boxers are for. Maybe you need to go and do some research. And basically, who the hell is Callie? Why don't you fill me in? Send me a link or something. This is my email. I would be more than happy to research the case if it's public information and discuss it. And I will be neutral and explain why there is a justice for Callie. I'll try and look it up. I don't know if it's going to be on the internet or not, but I have no idea who Callie is. I have no idea who you are. But if you want, I'll look into it. But there's my email address. So you can send me whatever information you got on Callie, and I'll be glad to look at it. And I'll report it honestly without taking sides. It's up to you. I've laid down an offer. It's up to you whether you want to accept it or not. But I just suggest that you start doing some research, because the people that you are allied with are not who they're cracked up to be. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Dwayne, I don't understand what uh, this thing is with tidy whities. The tidy whities is nothing more than boxers. And men wear them for the same reason women wear bras. They're for support. But people don't understand that. And, when I'm talking to a woman, I'm not going to talk about men's anatomy like that. It's a simple thing to get on Google and Google why men wear boxers. Pretty obvious. Apparently this woman doesn't have a son, so she wouldn't know that. Jesus. All the weird things to be talking about tonight. But anyway, it makes for an interesting show. Yeah, like I said, Brian Laundrie had basically confessed in his notebook that he killed Gabby. They didn't find the notebook for a long time for the same reason they didn't find Brian, because both were underwater. And whatever, Butterfly, I just, I give up with you people. But I left you an email. If you want to send me something on Kelly, fine. If you don't, fine. But you seem to worship the ground that Timmy walks on, so why don't you go over there and worship the ground that Timmy walks on? Jesus Christ. Well, here we go. Now, you see, Butterfly has come over here for the express purpose of trolling this channel. And that is defamation of character. The screenshot has been made. It will be passed on to Levi. So if he wants to take legal action, he can take it. But, I'm getting fed up with you people coming over here. And so, I gave you every chance of the book to have civilized, respectable conversation, and you chose not to do it. So you've been blocked. So Butterfly Mama, you can go over to your Telegram and BitChute and send Timmy your hard-earned money if you have any and so forth. And you had an opportunity to talk about, you had a chance to talk about your daughter and you blew it. You come in here with this childish nonsense to disrupt the show, and it makes you look just as childish as the people over on Telegram and BitChute. You people do nothing but troll people you don't know, never met, never talked to, and it's stupid. And you have never ever been in here under the name of Butterfly Mama. So you're lied about that. So, since you're lying about that, I can't believe anything else you say. But, I keep trying to run a decent channel here, and these stalkers from over on Telegram and BitChute are making it hard to do. They are trying to get me taken off the air. They wanted Agent 19 off the air, and they got him off the air. They are people that believe in nothing but censorship. They don't want an opposing opinion on the internet at all. They want to be free to say, do, and accuse anyone and anything they want. So, and I don't know, I don't know what Deep State Dave does, but if he is out there arresting people, then maybe they should talk to Deep State Dave. Deep State Dave is somebody I don't know, does his own thing, and he's, I can't tell people what to do. I'm just a 71-year-old truck driver running what is basically running this tiny, teeny little page on YouTube. Now, tomorrow I would have been on an airplane on my way to Denver, Colorado, and then down to Castle Rock, Colorado, for the trial of Cynthia Abzug. But the trial was postponed. The state of Colorado has put a moratorium on all jury trials until at least the end of this month. And tomorrow, the defense and prosecution in the Cynthia Abzug case are going to have a status hearing to determine their next move. And as soon as I have something out of the Douglas County Court, I will report on it. And so until then, that's where things are at. Yeah, it's just out of shits and giggles. I want to see something. Because, we get... Telegram is weird. I cannot get Telegram to work on my PC. I have to use my phone. And we are busy over there. Okay, what's been going? Okay, Patriot Fighter. Oh, it's Pentagon. Just got notified that Crazy Mert is going live now. He was lying last night. Now, see, this is it. They are obsessed with this channel. And this is the reason that this butterfly came in here. And here's Punisher. Did you guys block my other account? What the fuck? Yes, I did. You're not allowed in here. Now, I just had to put up with Butterfly Mama, who came in here claiming that you said that I somehow got her daughter arrested. I don't know Butterfly Mama. I don't know her daughter. So maybe you can explain why you're spreading information around that I had something to do with the arrest of her daughter. Come on, Truth, explain this. You're the one that started this rumor, according to her. So explain it. Where did you get off telling people that I am responsible for somebody's arrest? What do you mean, what gives? All right, okay, I will put up the link, Levi. We'll probably get more of these trolls. They seem to love making phone calls. But, one of these days I'm going to get this stuff under control. Okay, the phone is up. Well, let's see what happens. But Punisher, you get into this situation where you run around, according to Butterfly Mama, saying that I am somehow responsible for her arrest when I don't even know who the hell this woman is. So, I don't want you to call. I just want you, you can type. Well, go through the thread, or better yet, go talk to this Butterfly Mama person, and she'll explain it to you. She was just in here ranting that I somehow am responsible for the arrest of her daughter, Cleo, and I have no idea who the woman is. How can I get somebody arrested when I don't even know their name? The cops aren't going to go after a username. Well, if you didn't say such a thing, then you got a beef with this butterfly mama person because she said it on the show and everybody here witnessed it. Well, fine, then you are admitting that it is possible to fake an online social media account. That's what I've been trying to get across for years. Your little buddy over there, Tim Holmseth, claims that I put up a chat about stalking children and everything, and I've denied it. It was because somebody put up a fake account. But no, Timmy says, oh no, that's impossible. And you're in here admitting that it is possible. Oh, Louis Barry's in here. Another one that's prohibited from this. I like how all these people that are banned from this room come in here. You know, what's the matter? Is it getting too boring over on Telegram? Is it getting too boring over on BitChute and Parler and all these other places? You people got to come in here. I got a whole 21 people in here, and it's you idiots. You know, you advertise my channel on Telegram. Melania's Task Force Challenge. Melania doesn't even know. A genie hat? It's a hat. It's what they're known as a beanie. Jesus Christ. What's the matter, Punisher? Are you guys bored? You know, you can't talk about Endochrome or Epstein or Biden or any of that? Well, I like Diggs too. You know, people have seen Amber on here. Well, not according to Timmy. Timmy uses it to base all his attacks against me, and you know it, Punisher. Don't tell me you don't. You know, but, you know, you come over here, you know, this is what, the 10th time I've told you you're not welcome here, and you keep showing up? I must really have you people scared over there that you got to come in here and disrupt this channel. I wasn't even going to talk about you guys tonight. And until Butterfly came in here, whoever the hell this person is. Well, it's kind of hard to throw me under the bus on Telegram because you people slander me all the time over there. Just like you do on the high command. Levi Chandler is Butterfly Mama. Well, whoever the hell Levi Chandler is. Because now, you know, you can go over on Telegram and you can tell everybody that Butterfly Mama is Levi Chandler. Jeez. Actually, the meetings went pretty good. I forgot to tell everybody on Thursday I had a rather long phone conversation and everything went quite well. Who the hell is Louis Barry? Now, you people come in here under these weird names. Now, Louis is trespassing because Louis was told not to come in here. So, Louis is stalking. Truthfinders was told not to come in, or Punisher, whatever the fuck your name is. You were told not to come in here, so you're stalking. See, you people come in where you're not wanted, and that's considered stalking. And it's gang stalking because you and Louis Barry are in here with us. Levi's real name is Levi Chandler. Well, Levi's in here. He can deal with this one. No, it's not a public chat because I can hit the block button and knock you out of here. You know, it's funny. Over on Telegram, you guys had a fit because a I'm in there reading. But I don't barge in and chat on your. I could go in there and chat on your channel all day long. Yeah, I own a business in Palatka. What about it? And there is no First Amendment right in this room. If I don't want you in here, you're out. Simple as that. Yeah, my business is STI Auto Sales, so I don't know what your problem is with that. You know, I had 2 locations, actually 3. Um, but, everybody knows about my business because it's been on the internet for years. And hello, Glastronaut. But you admit again with the false information. I did not know John Regan, and I did not know Jeremiah Regan before Haley went missing. Bob Hammer, I don't know how Bob Hammer's doing. Why don't you ask Bob Hammer? See, Lewis, you are a pathological liar, just like your friend Timmy. You people don't know your ass from the hole in the ground. You spread all these dumbass rumors around. And, did I film Ron Cummings? Yeah, briefly, when I went to Palatka with my live truck to give a $500 donation to Texas EquiSearch, Ronald Cummings was at the tent that was set up, a public place for people to come and help with the search and so on and so forth. And so for all of about 20 seconds. Well, it does make for good television because virtually every network affiliation was in Palatka during the search for Haley Cummings. CNN, HLN, virtually every local station in Florida covered that case. The only way I know of Jeremiah Regan is on Twitter, briefly. And I don't know if that was even Jeremiah that I tweeted to and was tweeted from on Twitter. I have never, ever personally talked to him. I have never talked to him on the phone. I do not know him, period. How in the world do you do live chats on Telegram? Because I'm going to be doing that. Where did I say that I knew Jeremiah Regan? I said that I texted, T-E-X-T. And that may not have been Jeremiah. You're probably talking about this stupid concert thing. And I have explained that that is probably a hoax that was put up by radio news, who like to go around and making impersonator accounts. And the Jeremiah Ray account may have been, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to find out. Well, he was lucky. But that doesn't mean I know him. I mean, but don't worry, I'll figure it out. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff because I'm going to start putting my content over on both of those websites, and also I'm going to be working on putting content on Rumble. What good friend? See, you're talking in riddles here. I don't know who my quote-unquote good friend is. Well, I'll be coming over there. It's going to take me time. I'm not exact. My life is not enveloped in the internet. I have things that I do offline quite a bit, including watching the Book of Boba Fett, which I'll be doing right after I log off of this thing. And I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. But I'll be on the other channel tomorrow night. Uh, well, Levi and I are on friendly terms. Now, I know Levi, I've talked to Levi, but I have not met Levi yet. I have never personally met Levi. That's something down the road. And, Levi, it's up to him what he wants to do as far as going on Telegram. And that goes for Alex as well. It's really weird that people have to come over here. But, what the hell. At this stage, the channel's going through a slow period, so until I get what cases I'm going to be working on. So we're having a challenge of sorts here. I don't know what's going on. I may put up with this for about 10 more minutes. I didn't get Jeremiah's number. I don't know Jeremiah's number. I have no reason to have Jeremiah's number. And why are we even talking about Jeremiah? He's been out of the picture for 10 years. He's not on the internet anymore. He's off doing his thing, whatever he's doing. You people are obsessed with something that's gone. And you've taken a simple case and made it complicated. The simple fact of the matter is someone in the Cummings family circle is responsible for whatever happened to Hallie Cummings. There wasn't some elaborate plot. She wasn't sold into child trafficking or any of this other nonsense. It's just something to suck money off of gullible people over on BitChute. Trump hasn't saved any girls. Hallie Cummings' fate is unknown. She is presumed dead. Trump has nothing to do with anything. You people are passing around fairy tales. If Hallie Cummings had been saved, the world would have heard about it. So you just sit here spreading all these ridiculous lies, and you're exploiting this little girl from Florida for your own sick purposes, instead of going out there and fighting legitimate cases of child trafficking and so forth. Holmes Seth is a fraud. And you know. You have a poor choice when you decide who wants to be a hero. Well, you can, if you want to make a fool out of yourself, Truth Punisher, you're more than welcome. But Tim Holmseth is a fraud. He's not saving anybody. He's sitting back and reeking in the benefits of the attention he's getting. It's a very well executed propaganda program. And Lose my hero? Well, I don't know as if I have any heroes. Um, I don't. Oh, let's see. Amber Renee. Let's see what we're gonna get tonight. Okay, Amber, you're on the air.
Truth Punisher, aka infiltrated by Truth as a hero. Mert, how dare you slander her name and talk about her like a dog? Do you not have any shame? Be decent, be respectful.
Well, that was unexpected. Well, no, it's the other way around, actually. Truth Punisher, you just admitted who you are. But I ain't gonna say a word. Yeah, and you guys got him taken off YouTube. I thought you guys didn't believe in censorship. That's another lie that was put out by you people. You know, y'all want trampling over to Telegram and BitChute because you don't believe in censorship, and here you are, you're celebrating censorship. Boy, talk about being a hypocrite. I just, you people want nothing but your side of the story. Anybody else that disagrees with you is automatically a pedophile, automatically child trafficker, and all this bullshit. Because Glassner, because nobody's looking for him. Nobody cares about him. All he has is a stupid misdemeanor warrant out of Minnesota, and they really don't want anything to do with him. The sheriff said, yeah, we would have to take him into custody, but we really don't care if he ever shows up. He's more trouble than he's worth. Nobody wants that. Well, Punisher, I guess you forget all the things that you've done and said about me, and why are you here? If I treat you so bad, why are you on this channel? This is what I don't understand. Everybody says I'm this, that, and the other thing, and you come in here and trash my channel. Why not go to your turf and, talk to yourselves? Sit there and explain to Butterfly Mama what the truth is. I mean, she's not too happy with some people over there right now, and here you are claiming that she's a impersonator or imposter or something or whatever it is, instead of addressing her concerns. And it's like it's like a family feud going on over there. Well, that's between you and her. I have nothing to do with that. And I don't know who's going around saying that I'm responsible for getting her arrested, because I can't arrest anybody. I'm not a cop. I'm a retiree. I don't have a job. I'm on Social Security. So I don't know who thinks I'm going to be able to get anybody arrested. Yakking away for 3 hours with the RCMP isn't going to accomplish anything. They're the ones that do the arresting. What? I don't know. All right, you never treated me bad. Whatever. I don't even know who the hell you are. All I see is a name in here. And, the thing I have stated when it comes to Holmseth is he lies about me and a dozen other people day in and day out. He is an absolute positive fraud. He is not a member of, he has no affiliation at all with any of the Trumps. Not Donald, not Melania, none of them. Blah, 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 blah. Well, the thing has scrolled, and whatever. It's there. People can read it and make up their own mind. So you said I never said you treated me bad. Okay, I read that. So whatever. But the thing of it is supporters of Tim Holmseth are magnifying the lies against me. No, I said he said Melania helped him. I am just repeating what he said. I may have worded it wrong, but he claims Melania helped him. I'm going by what he claimed. Melania did not help him. Melania never heard of him. And what do you know about my relationship with God? And what does that have to do with the truth? Now, you say you believe in God. Then why don't you start following the commandments of God and following the Word of God and quit supporting people that lie about other people? You know, there is that commandment about bearing false witness. Again, what makes you think that I don't have a close relationship with God? You know, this is what I don't understand. You know, people make all kinds of assumptions. But just because someone claims they have a close relationship with God doesn't necessarily mean. I don't hang with anybody. The only time I see Levi is in a tweet, or if I happen to watch a show, or he comes in here as a guest. And there is nothing wrong with Levi. Levi is not an evil person. You pretend he is because you don't know any better. Well, you know, there's 21 people on here right now, and right now there's only 2 people talking, me and you. So I said there's a lot of people lurking in here, and there's people that are lurking that have been banned from here. And again, you are making false assumptions about Levi. You have either been brainwashed by the propaganda that's been put out there. What do you mean, what else am I going to do? I don't know what the rest of the crew is. They could be watching from the sidelines, seeing what's going on. You know, and, you know, people come in here, they watch the channel. No, well, I don't 100% condone Levi's actions with Holmseth. I think he could have handled the situation a lot better. On the other hand, Holmseth got into the situation because he lied about Levi Page. He's got Levi Page as a member of the Finders. Levi Page is not a member of the Finders, never was. He has said lie after lie after lie about Levi Page. And Levi Page blew his top, and the rest is history. You know, maybe Holmseth should try not lying about people. You know, he can go after Mike Flynn until the cows come home. He can go after Biden. He can go after Epstein. He has all these people he can go after and yammer about. There's no reason for him to harass ordinary people. Well, Kathy, I think that Holmseth deserved it because look at what Holmseth accuses Levi of. He constantly defames Levi. He lies about him. He makes false accusations. So, you know, and Holmseth deserves it. I have never, ever been a member of the Finders. You haven't a clue about the Finders. You people have got this thing so wrong about who the Finders was. A group, by the way, that no longer exists. And it's just like everything else you people get tied up with. You have no idea what you're talking about. And Kathy, Levi's going to have to address that because I don't think any of that's true. Timmy makes this stuff up off the top of his head. He is a pathological liar. Um, he lies about everything. He's accused me of having something to do with the Delphi murders. He's accused me of having something to do with the Haley Cummings disappearance. He's even got me having something to do with Trenton Duckett. He accuses people of all kinds of nonsense. None of it is true. Period. And he's too scared to come to court and defend himself. That's why he's on the run. Because he knows that if he is ever hauled into court, he's going to have to admit that he has lied about everybody for years. He's a little coward. His truth punisher, I think it's your soul that needs to be saved. And again, what is your what? Number one, it's none of your damn business who I hang around with. And Levi does not have an evil soul. You are in this room lying about him, as you always do. I have investigated. Timothy Holmsath is a liar, and you are a liar. Rachel Chandler did not take Levi to Epstein Island. Rachel Chandler, she said that is a liar. I don't even know who Rachel Chandler is. No, you are the coward. And I'll pass it along to Agent 19 that you called him a coward. And, we'll see what Agent 19 has to say about that. But, Kathy Watson, you are a pathological liar. And, you prove it every day. You are a liar. Kathy doesn't know her ass in the hole in the ground. She's just another one of these brainwashed idiots. You're just showing everybody in this room what a big liar you are. You're the one that needs to find God because you're not following his commandments. Another one that's bearing false witness on thy neighbor, violation of the commandment you're so fond of. Ooh, boy. Nope, 41%. But, here we go. Well, Kathy Watson, it's Timmy and Randy that need the help, not Levi. Timmy and Randy are delusional. They're liars. They're fakes. They're frauds. The Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is a fantasy that was made up in order to generate money and attention and fame. And it's lie after lie after lie after lie after lie that comes out of their blogs and so forth. Well, Truth Punisher, you drove them away. People don't like it when you guys come in here, so you've succeeded in doing what you wanted to do. You've sabotaged my show yet again. I keep telling you people, I don't want you in here because you're ruining the show. People don't want to pay any attention to you. Well, it seems that I have to because it's not getting through that thick head of yours. You have a problem with the truth. You have a problem with respecting people's wishes. You come in where you're not invited. and you lie constantly. So, yeah, I have to keep saying it over and over again. Yes, I get tired of saying it over and over again. I have banned you from here at least 6 times, and you keep coming back. And you don't have to worry about getting screenshots, you just replay the show. You guys already, I've seen you put clips of my show over there. So, you're in here stalking the show every time I go on the air. So, what's the next piece of bullshit you're going to put up here? Yep, right on cue. Oh, yes, you can replay the chat. I've done it. You have to have the right device to do it. You can't do it on a TV, and you can't do it on um, a cell phone. You have to have a PC, and you have to expand your browser so it brings out the chat. But while see, the thing of it is, Truth Punisher, all you have to do is scroll. There's a little bar right to the right, and all you got to do is scroll up, and you can screenshot the whole chat. So knock yourself out. I got nothing to hide. And you say, this is Kathy, why are you interested in this stuff? I don't get it. I could put up Tim Holmes's arrest record about where he was pulled over for drunk driving under the influence while operating a motor vehicle. You know how serious that is to be out there driving drunk in a car. He could pass out, swerve into another lane, and kill somebody because of his drunk driver. But no, let's not talk about Timmy. And, remember, in this book, Tim admitted it. He admitted to using drugs. He admitted to drinking. He admitted to drinking so much that he was passed out on the floor of a psych ward getting CPR. He came that close to death because he was drinking. It's in the book. Read the damn thing. And then tell me about other people. And it's right in the beginning of the book. It's called Hell. And you open it up. I've read this book verbatim on the air several times. And it's right here. Introduction. See it? Haley Cummings. Introduction. Now, I'm sure you can get a hold of Randy and Timmy, and they'd be glad to give you a free copy of the book and read Hell. He admitted to being a drunk. Same age as Levi is accused of it. Yeah, Timmy is kind of obsessive. Timmy's been obsessed with Levi for 13 years. He's been obsessed with me. And he's been obsessed with Kim Bacazio. And he has not found Jesus because he lies. Anyone who follows Jesus needs to tell the truth. Timmy is not telling the truth. He is lying day after day after day after day. Colleagues? I have no colleagues. I have viewers. I have people that watch the show, listen to my live streams, maybe read my Twitter. I don't have colleagues. Maybe in business I've got colleagues, but not on YouTube. Well, then we're all sinners, but people, he doesn't even attempt to unsin because he continues to lie day in and day out. Well, Timmy's obsessed about the book as he talks about it. He takes pictures of himself with the book. It's all you hear. The book, the book, the book. But it's funny thing about that book, there is not one single solitary word about Epstein in the book. Nowhere in his book will you find Epstein. Now, why didn't he mention Epstein in his book? Seems kind of funny he left that little bit out. That's the most important thing. All that's talked about in that book is Kim Picazio. Period. He is no journalist. A journalist verifies vets. He doesn't do that. He is talking. If he was an investigative journalist like he said he was, he would have gone and investigated and used the leads that I gave him, and he would have found out that his accusations against me and a whole bunch of other people are false. But he refuses to do it. It's more convenient for him to constantly lie about all of us. No, Tim Holmseth is saying that Epstein is connected to Haley Cummings, which he's not. But Timmy says that. Don't you pay any attention to what Tim Holmseth says? He has claimed that his so-called interview with the woman had to do with Epstein. It had absolutely nothing to do with Epstein. Timmy lied about that. Timmy's the one that correlated any connection between Epstein and Haley Cummings. No proof. He just said it. He accused me of being involved in the Delphi murders. He accused me of being involved with Trenton Duckett's disappearance, Haley Cummings' disappearance. Oh, now we got another one. Let's see what this piece of work has to say. Nice clock.
Little Piggy and the Umbrella Man. That was a video that Montegraph the Creep made in 2014 as snuff film. Why don't you talk about that? And why don't you talk about the fact that he is evil?
Well, you're the one that's saying he's evil. Now, Monograph may have a poor taste in movies, but, number one, that was not a child in that movie. It was an adult. Tim lied about that. Now, if you don't like Monograph, that's your business, but don't lie about the guy. You guys have been lying about Monograph for years. You are the ones that are saying that he's involved with the JonBenet Ramsey murder, which he is not. He's just a guy with a weird taste in his own talk show. But you constantly lie about him like you lie about me and other people. And what about the pornography that Tim Holmseth put on his channel and lied about?
And let's face it, Timothy Holmseth has been right about everything. And by the way, what does Kim Picazio think of the underwear photos of Levi?
What's the big deal with his underwear?
Yourself jokes.
Blah, 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 blah. Well, she just reinforced Timmy's lies. And it's one of these, she goes, wah, 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 and then hangs up the phone. Same thing. She does this all the time. And, Monograph and Agent 19 are having a bit of a feud. And I have nothing to do with that. But, be that as it may, you don't lie about people. You've been lying about Monograph. You've been lying about me. You've been lying about Kim. You've been lying about Levi. And you just proved my point that I was trying to prove to Butterfly Mama, or whatever the hell her name is, and that is that people come in here and talk about men's underwear. What is the big freaking deal about men's underwear? And again, Tim Holmseth admitted that he got so drunk he almost died. And, and then turns around and go attacks people for the same thing he did. And he was even worse. Well, I'm not afraid of confrontation. I'll confront anybody. But I want to show how obsessed these people are with nonsense. Now, what does all this arguing about Montegraph, Kim, or anyone else have to do with children? I am for putting pedophiles in jail. I am for stopping human trafficking. I am for stopping child trafficking. That's what I am trying to do with the show. I was going to start covering cases of people going on trial for this stuff, but I can't because you people keep screwing up this channel. Who the hell is Ray Ray? But, the point of it is people are going after Levi under false pretenses. Levi is more successful than Timmy is in the broadcast world, and that makes Timmy mad. Well, see, Timmy says it's just the opposite. That's the problem. Who the hell's Roy Potter? I must not be up on some of these people. But, I want to start investigating these things factually. When somebody goes on trial for pedophilia, for child trafficking, so on and so forth, I want to be able to cover these trials. But I can't do that because people come in here and start this nonsense and throw the whole channel off topic. And it damages this channel in the eyes of YouTube. I cannot grow this channel and do what I need to do with this channel because of this baby stuff that keeps going on here every time I come on the air. And you better be ready to prove an accusation like that, Punisher, because that's a liability in court. You start going around calling people in drunks with no proof. They have a thing called, you have to ask YouTube that. All I know is I've been going back and forth with YouTube about this for several months, trying to figure out why I can't do certain things on YouTube, and it's basically they're saying that it has to do with this channel. Well, if you're talking about Ray Ray, I guess you can, Roy Potter or whoever the hell he is, you can talk about him all you want. You just better be sure you're telling the truth about him. YZ lives. Still not ringing a bell. When I get old, I forget things. What can I say? Yeah, it's a free society, but it also comes with a cost. It's like screaming fire in a theater when there's no fire. If you falsely accuse somebody of something, you better be ready to suffer the consequences. And the problem is you don't understand, this has cost me personally. Because of what Timmy has got on his blog, I can't get a decent paying job because employers check the internet nowadays. And virtually 80% of the links on the internet are Timmy's blog about me. He's got a whole section just about me. What do you want to discuss, Truth Promiser, or Punisher, excuse me, I'm open. As long as we have a civil conversation, I don't mind talking. But, and the thing of it is, if Timmy had left me alone, I'd have no reason to talk about him. No, I didn't know that. I don't know their legal system that well. It seems like they could do something to hurry that up. 8 to 15 years to get a case in Canada. That sounds like something's out of whack. Now, is this the criminal cases or civil cases or both? Do I want to talk about God? Well, I don't. I'm not. We can talk about it. Ontario. So is this is specific to Ontario or is this the whole country? Oh, Alex is here. I think. Oh no, this is somebody impersonating. Okay, go ahead.
Mert, I knew you in 2012, and you were telling me all sorts of information about Alex Goddard. Now, be honest, and remember, we were sleuthing her involvement in the Princess Blue case.
Yeah, I remember the Princess Blue case.
And tell the truth about the mommy's follies, Mert. Tell the truth about that. Tell the truth about the taxes, how she reported her own family to the IRS and got them in trouble. Tell the truth about the shit on the walls.
Well, the shit on the walls I don't know about. But yeah, I know all about that. That's all old history. And the thing of it is things change. Now, the past is the past. Me and Alex had serious differences. And Mommy's Follies is the woman that I allege is responsible for the fake chats that were created because she gave away the log information to my Pal Talk chat. And Mommy's Follies also is the one that called the Lake County Sheriff's Department and made false accusations to me about the Lake County Sheriff's Department, and then screamed bloody murder when I recorded those conversations that she had, which is an official police record. She actually filed a complaint against YouTube and with Pal Talk because I put those up there. She got a little bit scared of the truth. And this is in spite of the fact that on a live broadcast, I actually brought Mommy's and her sister together in a live conversation, and they hadn't talked to each other in years. And this is the thanks I get for that. Yeah.
And remember, Mert, you drove by the fake business that she claimed. She claimed she had a business in Florida. You drove by the address, and it was an old abandoned home that was falling apart. Fraud, fraud, fraud.
Well, she used the address, but again, it's out there. I'm not going to hide from that, but that's the past. If you want to go over old stuff, I can go over plenty of old stuff too. But this is the problem here. All these efforts were made based on false information. Alex acted on information that was given to her by people with an agenda. It was all false information, and once she found out that she was wrong, she was woman enough to send me a written apology because she understood that I had been given a bad rap all these years. Now, I don't know the full story behind that mobile home that was in another county, but, that again is between Alex and her critics. Yeah, that's quite true, Punisher. This is the same pattern that this caller was just talking about. People spread false information about me. They're framing me for all kinds of things. And this is the beef I have with the PPTF because they don't tell the truth. They let this stuff slide. And, being ambivalent to the truth is as bad as lying about it. People are constantly trying to frame me for one thing or another. And now I've got proof here by someone that is on the opposite side of the fence, that I am being framed. And this is why I'm in the predicament I'm in now, is because of this constant misinformation that is being spread around. And it's not only me. I don't know who this butterfly mama is. Well, Timmy does it because he is mad that I am associated with Kim as friend and with Levi as a friend. He is obsessed with the fact that I have a favorable relationship with these two individuals. I've also mended fences with Alex Goddard. We're on good terms, and he doesn't like any of that. And so I'm automatically, anybody that disagrees with Holmseth is automatically a pedophile. They're automatically a child trafficker. They're already a media spokesman for child trafficking. And on and on and on and on and on. Well, that seems to be the gist of it. I've been accused of being Deep State Dave, or I've been accused of directing Deep State Dave to do all this stuff, and I do no such thing. I don't direct anybody to do anything. People do these things on their own accord. And this is the same pattern that radio news used to use. She got everybody all riled up with each other with all this baloney. Half the stuff that Timmy uses against me was generated by radio news. And radio news was a bitter enemy of Tim Holmseth. She's the reason I even heard about Tim Holmseth. And she is to get on my case because at one time I defended Tim Holmseth and I paid a heavy price for it, and I'm still paying a heavy price for it. It was a huge mistake to ever get involved with Tim Holmseth. Well, I don't understand it either. Tim is mad at Monograph because Monograph was helping Kim Picasio. And for whatever reason, people seem to think that Monty, me, and Agent 19 had this big alliance and we're helping each other do this stuff. And no, we know each other from the internet and the common fact that we realized that Kimberly was being given a bum rap. But other than that, we've all gone our separate ways. I don't even listen to Monty's show anymore. He's on a subject matter that I'm not interested in. He's doing his own thing over there, and more power to him. And here we go again. Let's see what Party Animal has to say. All right.
One dance. Now come on, Truth Punisher. Shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Come on, let's dance, let's party. Party rock.
And you might need to work on whatever it is you're doing there. Because I didn't understand a word of that. Yeah, that could be a voice changer or something. And welcome, by the way. I haven't seen you on here in ages. I don't know what the hell that was. That was weird. But, Oh, all right. Well, we all have stalkers. Well, of course it's somebody trolling me. Nan, this happens all the time. People come in here, I'm talking about one thing, and then all of a sudden they just come in and pile onto the show, and, I either start doing wholesale banning, or I just try and have a sensible conversation to figure out what the heck is going on. And then it's up to what these people do over there. And it's good to see you, too. I'm looking into that case in California. They're being a little bit tight-lipped about it. It is a federal case, so I don't know if I'm going to fly out there to cover it. And right now, my channel's numbers are so low that I can't spend $2,000-$3,000 whisking around the country to do these trials. I'm doing Natalie Blanchard because it's down here in Florida, and it's a minimal expense. So I can at least do that. The Natalie Blanchard trial right now is going to be in mid-April, April 14th, I believe. Um, and as we get closer to the trial date, I have more specific information on what they're going to do. Right now, their message base is so um, convoluted out there, it's kind of hard to make sense of it. There's a lot of discovery that hasn't come out yet. I've got requests in with the state of Georgia and the state of Florida for information on that case, and once I start getting a flow of information, I'm going to get it out there in my weekend broadcast. But I hope things are going well out there in California. I heard about your father. I hope, uh, I hope things are doing okay in that department. So, but but you see, I think we are getting some truth out here tonight that there are impersonator accounts all over the place, and the impersonators are people that simply want to disrupt. Uh, as far as I know, he has not. He seems to be in hiding. He claims that his life is in danger, that someone's out to kill him, which is false. Nobody wants to kill the guy. It's not worth losing your freedom over. They simply want him brought to justice and account for his actions and admit that he's been lying about a lot of people. And that's... Well, Truth Punisher, all I got to say is think to yourselves, why is there all this concern over a retired truck driver living in a 40-year-old mobile home that doesn't have the power to do anything? I can't even get a YouTube channel that has more than 20 people at any one time. So, yeah, it's... but the thing of it is, we all have critics. You're not going to please everybody. I'm not going to sit here and say that I want everybody to like me or believe me or any of these. I'm not like that. I have to accept the fact that not everybody on this channel likes me. There's probably half the people in here right now that hate my guts. There's a shitload of people out there on the internet that hate my guts. That's life. That's just the way it is. I survive one day at a time. I say what I have to say. May Truth, if there is ever enough evidence to prove that Melinda Duckett needs to be vindicated, I will provide it. The thing about Melinda Duckett is that she died before her story got out. Now, the prevailing opinion is that she committed suicide. You believe that she did not, and you're entitled to your opinion. You have been supportive of Melinda Duckett for as long as I can remember. But until I get enough substance to say one way or another what the situation is with Melinda, I can't do anything because I don't have the resources. I didn't have it back in the Trent Duckett days, and I don't have it now. I run a small YouTube channel here. I don't have a network that a professional reporter, like the Channel 6 reporter, or any of these people. I have to work with what I got. If you got information about Melinda Duckett, well, I think I covered this the last time you came on. The thing about that is one of the ladies from Lake County Crew actually took a shotgun like the one she had, went into a closet, similar to the one that she went into, and demonstrated how she could have committed suicide. And it does coincide to some degree what Lake County Medical Examiner's Office said about what happened. But this is in the villages. This is in a 55 plus mobile home community. So if someone else killed her, how did they get into that park? It's a restrictive park, and it's not an easy thing to go up there. You've been there yourself. You know that. So, I don't know. But if you ever come across information that proves that Melinda Duckett did not commit suicide, that she was in fact murdered, you will have the scoop of the century. But right now, it is my opinion that she killed herself, and that's the best. And you say the thing about this, may truth prevail. You say to do your own research, but the information's not out there. Now, I don't live in the villages. I live about 60 miles south, but I know of the villages and that part of the villages. The villages is actually a collection of communities. It spreads over several counties. And that part of the villages where the grandparents live is the I've lost my train of thought. Oh, it's the closest to Leesburg. Because you got parts of villages that go almost halfway to Ocala and over towards going to the west, and then it's a huge community. It's got mobile homes in it. It's got regular houses in it. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's even got a bridge that goes over the top of Highway 27 or 441, one of them. I haven't been up to the villages in ages. Well, what it is you have to go by the amount of pressure it takes to trigger a shotgun. Now, I thought it was a rather interesting demonstration. There's even a bar in Texas that somehow got a hold of that image, and they use it as a dartboard. And they got a little expression on the top of it. I love my gun, because she literally sticks the barrel of a shotgun in her mouth. Okay. That's the link to the call in right there. But this would be kind of an interesting conversation, because for once we'd be talking about a case instead of about nonsense. Whether we agree with the essence of the case or not. But there was something going on with Melinda. I don't, you remember that she had gone through a very nasty divorce. The Ducketts were trying to get control of Trenton from her. There was an accusation of a fake letter that was sent. She is accused of embezzlement from a bank. I mean, she had a lot of negative trouble. And whether or not this led to suicide or some other reason for her to be dead, the fact of the matter is she died, and we are left with a whole lot of unanswered questions about what happened to Trenton Duckett. He is missing to this day. The case is still open. There's no person of interest, although the city of Leesburg is leaning towards Melinda Duckett having some responsibility for what happened to him, and they have presumed that he is dead. If something happens to change that, then then it'll get reported because these cases are never closed. You can't put Melinda Duckett on trial because she's dead, and it's the policy of courts not to try a dead person. And so the case will remain open into perpetuity. Yeah, that's something I didn't know, Nan. I didn't know that the crib was sold. Huh. Yeah, this old coot learned something for once. But, everybody, including me, would like to know what the hell happened to Trenton Duckett and why. That's the one thing I've always wanted is an answer to what happened. It's what got me started in uh, live streaming publicly. I was doing it for business purposes before that, but you know. But I think, I think that if circumstances had been different and possibly Nancy Grace had not put so much pressure on her, that at some point we would have learned more about what happened to Trenton and perhaps find him whether he was alive or not. The biggest thing that happened was for her to die, and it just brought the case to a screeching halt. I don't see any way that we'll ever find out what happened to Trenton. Yeah, there was, in the period before Trenton disappeared, there was a lot of strange interaction between her and Joshua Duckett, and there was a guy from Ocala that was like her best friend, and there was just a lot of strange things going on when it came to her actions. There was talk that she was actually in Orlando, over in Little Vietnam, in Koreatown, before Trenton passed away, and this led to the speculation that perhaps she handed Trenton off to a trusted friend. Um, this is how my huge mistake of the caretaker letter came into play, because I was playing on a theory that that's what might have happened, that Melinda entrusted someone with Trenton because she was in a situation she felt that she could not get out of. That was a huge mistake on my part, and I paid a huge price for it. And she would not have committed suicide, I believe, if Nancy Grace had not done that interview. Or if she had done the interview, she had not been hammering her the way Nancy Grace is known for hammering people. Uh, she broke her when the video came out on HLN. Uh, Melinda lost it, and it is my opinion is that is directly the cause of why she committed suicide. Um, it's. I just wish that she was still alive so we could figure out what happened to Trenton. It's one of those unsolved mysteries that we're going to have to contend with. People are going to be speculating about this for who knows how long. Uh, Ryan, I am not a Nancy Grace operative. I do not have a favorable view of Nancy Grace. I never met Nancy Grace. I've never talked to Nancy Grace. I know nothing about Nancy Grace other than she was a former prosecutor. She had a show. She covered both the Casey Anthony case, the Haley Cummings case, and Trenton Duckett. And I never did like her style. Um, but, other people like her. I remember getting into a conversation with Lenny Padilla about Nancy Grace, and I told him that I really didn't like her, and he says that's just the way she does things. She's a real nice lady and everything. And so Lenny had a favorable opinion of her. Levi Page has a working relationship with her and likes her. And so, what can I say? I just, I don't have a favorable opinion of her. I don't dislike her, I just don't like her style. Yes, it does. I found this out early on, and it's one of the prevailing theories. There is a dumpster. If you remember some of the pictures I took back then, there is a dumpster directly in front of the apartment where Melinda used to live. And the reporting of his disappearance was 2 days before, or actually, no, it was the very day that trash would have been picked up in that apartment complex. It would have been picked up 2 to 4 hours before she reported Trenton missing. Now, did something happen and that's where Tim or Trenton wound up and then the incinerator was his final destination? That's something we'll never know. But a lot of people had that theory that he might have wound up at the incinerator, at the Lake County incinerator. It's one of the few counties in the state of Florida that has an active incinerator. Everything else usually goes to a land. If he had gone to a landfill, they would have been able to find him. But he went to an incinerator, and that took all hope. Now, as far as driving him somewhere and dumping him off, again, it would have to be in a way that his remains were destroyed. Because if she just dumped him into one of the lakes or what have you, there's always the possibility his body could be recovered. Now, if you remember, it was called the potato sack experiment, that the women from the Lake County crew actually went out to Highway 19, which runs from Leesburg up to the northeast and crosses the lake, and dumped a sack of potatoes that they estimated weighed around the same as Trenton into the water to see what would happen. And the problem with that experiment is that lake is relatively shallow. It's a chain of lakes between Mount Dora, Leesburg, and some of the surrounding areas, and it's not very deep. We got another call. Let's see what this one says. You're on here? Oh, what the hell's this? This must be a recording of a phone call.
Please leave your message for
Brian.
Oh, hello. Who the hell's Brian? That was weird. Well, okay, yeah, I kind of meant that. Yeah, as long as it was a trash bin or dumpster that would wind up at the incinerator site, then that's a plausible theory. Well, it's my personal opinion. I have never liked Nancy's abrasive approach to how she handles things on her show. I am not a fan of Nancy Grace. That doesn't mean I don't dislike her or hate her or anything other than that. I just don't like her style. I don't like the things she did in the Trenton Duckett case in particular. And it's just the way I feel. I think Nancy, she just is too boisterous for my taste. But, you can't please everybody. I mean, there's people that feel that intently about me, so, which is obvious. But, Nancy Grace is a hell of a lot more successful than I would even begin to think would happen. So, boy, I went longer than I expected to tonight. I wanted to watch Boba Fett. I'm going to have to get out there. Yeah, she's a rough handler, and yeah, I just I never liked her personality or just the way she handles herself on the air. It's arrogant, in my opinion, and she doesn't treat her guests very well. And a lot of people call her Nancy Disgrace. Um, that's, she has her detractors. She makes more money than all of us put together. She is a multi-millionaire. She's worth in the tens of millions of dollars. I have no idea of her wealth, but she's worth a boatload of money. Because I know she upgraded her residence in Georgia, bought a multi-million-dollar mansion up there a few years back. But it's her style is a moneymaker. That's what it takes to make money. Go out there, scream, yell, and make yourself out. You piss people off, and you have her fans, and the people that are pissed off at her will listen to her to see what stunt she's going to pull next. And this is how these people work. Rush Limbaugh did the exact same thing. But, you get reporters and talking heads all over the spectrum that are like that. You get people that scream and shout and all that. Well, Nancy Disgrace has been a moniker that's been put on her for years. At least a decade, if not more. She, almost from the beginning, people have complained about her and her abrasive technique and her nickname is Nancy Disgrace. It's a name that's been around for a long time. You have to really be around the hardcore Nancy critics to hear that. Well, she is not. It's. I call it the Rush Limbaugh technique, because what she does is she gets so many people pissed off at her, they watch her to see what they can be pissed off about her next. It's an old formula that's been used in radio and TV for years, and it works, because people will tune into her show just to see how she's going to handle the next controversy or talk about the next case that comes along. And you also have people that tune into her because of her ability and her staff's ability to get out a lot about whatever case she's following, whether you agree with her or not. And so she is doing something right when it comes to that. That's correct. She has that perfect formula. She has that tone. She has the look. She looks mean. She looks like she's a prosecutor in court, and she's got your ass up in the witness stand, and she is interrogating you in front of the jury, and she's going to get you to confess to your crime. That's the kind of image she's trying to get across, because she used to be a prosecutor. That's the way she was trained, and she uses that training to do what she does on her show. Well, truth, Punisher, this is what I feel that Tim Homseth is doing. It's called "There's No Such Thing as Negative Publicity or Bad Publicity." There was a forum over in Tampa, St. Petersburg that used that. The owner of that site used that expression. He says, there's no such thing as bad publicity because it gets attention to you, and in turn people will watch you to either find things wrong about what you say or support you. It's an either thing. And some professional broadcasters know how to control that, and people like me don't know how to control it. We get hit with it whether we like it or not. And you can't really control it. I try to control it because I'm trying to offer something here besides a pissing match against somebody over on BitChute and Telegram that doesn't like me. And it's just damaging the channel. No, I think that if I was on the receiving end of her as a prosecutor, I would prepare for the inevitable and be sure to face the right way when I'm picking up a bar of soap. It's just, you're as good as dead if you get in the crosshairs of Nancy Grace. But she's successful at what she does. Now, I haven't heard that much out of Nancy Grace in a long time. I don't really pay attention to her all that much. But, I'll probably get Levi Page pissed off at me because he is very, very close to her. He has a professional relationship with her. But an opinion is an opinion. It's like I said, I don't dislike her personally. I just don't like her style. Yeah, you might want to find a bridge to jump off. It's easier than dealing with her. Well, I think she's still out there. It's just that, I don't watch that kind of TV and stuff, so I probably don't. No, I think Levi knows more about what's going on with Nancy than I do. But, that's... That is that, as it were. Just curious to see something. Okay. Yeah, it's the usual stuff. And anything wrong, she doesn't post to Facebook anymore. Well, that's interesting. Susan is a person, if it's the right Susan, that claim that we say is an individual that goes by Astro X over on Twitter. And she is an individual, she is probably one of the most faithful supporters of Tim Holmseth, or used to be. She supported Tim from way back in the days of the Haley Cummings case. And she and I got into a big argument a long time ago because of our opposing views about Tim Holmseth. And she basically doesn't trust me at all. And she is the owner of a Domino's Pizza franchise, or at least was, in the state of Virginia. Well, you can't say an absolute. I lean towards her contributing to her suicide. Whether it was a tipping point or an absolute cause, I don't know. The timing is what's suspect because She committed suicide the very day that Nancy Grace interrogated her, and before the segment on HLN was aired. They do believe that a lawsuit was settled between HLN and her adoptive parents. Let me see. How do I explain this to Punisher? You would have to watch the interview to understand what I'm driving at, but Melinda was going through a lot while they were trying to figure out what happened to Trenton Duckett. The police were hammering her. She was about to be arrested for embezzlement. She was having horrific problems with Josh Duckett and his family. And I think she reached a breaking point, and Nancy just was the straw that broke her back. Why does this phone call keep coming through? Interesting ringtone.
Please leave your message for... Hi, this is Randy from Town Center Real Estate Services.
What the heck? That was who? Yeah, that's correct, Nan. They had the lawsuit. The parents, the adoptive parents, sued sued Nancy Grace, and they settled the case. I don't think a jury adjudicated anything. I think they settled it. I would have to go back and see, but that was the gist of it. A lot of people new to this channel may not realize that Melinda Duckett was adopted. Her adoptive parents lived in a suburb of Buffalo, New York. And when Melinda became an adult, she moved down to, or actually not, even before that, she moved down to the Villages and was living with her grandparents, her adoptive grandparents, and she was attending Leesburg High School, and that is where she met Joshua Duckett. And they married at an early age. Melinda got pregnant with Trenton, and after that, they got into a very vicious divorce, highly contested divorce. There was a custody battle, and it went back and forth, and that was one of the things that Melinda was going through, was that there was the possibility that she was going to lose custody of Trenton to her divorced husband. I'm going to do this again. This is weird. Why is this person making these prank phone calls?
Please leave your message for... Hi, this is Randy from Town Center Real Estate Services.
Oh, okay. I finally listened. That's not really a wise thing to be doing. I have no part of this, but it's interesting. I believe that's Randy's answering service. But well, she was using a tool, another. She was using Trenton as a weapon, but there was a strange back and forth going on. You remember there was that letter that Melinda sent that claimed to be Joshua threatening her, and they found out that she had forged that letter. She had gotten into his email account or something and sent herself that letter because she was trying anything to get custody of Trenton taken away from Joshua. She didn't want Joshua to have custody of Trenton. And so that, this was one of the weird things about this particular case is that all this was going on. You had this back and forth with Joshua. You had her problem with the bank, and then Nancy Grace, and it was like a volcano went off, and she said, "The hell with it," and blew herself away with a shotgun. It's one of these things where you kind of come to a conclusion on one side of this that she did something with Trenton because she said, well, if I can't have her or have Trenton, Joshua's not going to have Trenton, so I'll just end the whole situation now. And so, it's a theory. We don't know if it's true or not. It's just conspiracy theories up the wazoo. But in the end, Melissa's dead. We have no answers about Trenton at all. So we have an unsolved case. Truth, if he did, I don't know about it because I didn't come across that information. I don't know who Butterfly is. Apparently, Butterfly is a woman that has a child. And Astro has an adult son. I don't think he has a daughter. So that wouldn't be Butterfly. I do not have a clue who Butterfly is. I have not seen yet about what Deep State Dave is doing. I don't know where he's posting it right now. But people keep sending me this stuff in direct message, so I find out sooner or later what's going on. Who is But Mama? None, I have no idea. That's a mystery to me. A lot of what's going on here is a mystery. This Butterfly Mama comes in here and starts ranting that me and somebody else had her daughter arrested, and I have no idea who she is. Well, everybody is making imposter accounts of everybody else. It seems to be a thing. This is the oldest trick on the internet. This goes back decades, almost to the beginning of public access to the World Wide Web. People have this need to make fake accounts, and they impersonate people, and they make up things about people that are false. This is where the chats came from. Somebody created an impersonator account with my name on it, created this weird chat, and the next thing you know, I'm being called a pedophile because of this chat. And I had nothing to do with it. And the people that are in the chat, Renzo Loves Cake and KFC Fan, are from 4chan. And 4chan evolved into 8chan, which evolved into 8chun, and these websites are where QAnon came out of. And so these people do this for the lulz. They admit it. We do it for the lulz. They changed my what the hell's the name of that damn... Oh, here comes Amber. They changed an account that I used to have, America Online, and they took from me my wife's America Online account and my son's America Online accounts. I can't get into either one of these because I don't have the master password. They stole that from me. And there's a lot of things that are in there that I would love to get that I can't. And both my wife and son are deceased. And so I don't have a very good opinion of Anonymous, I don't have a good opinion of QAnon because it's the same people that screwed me over. And yeah, this is Amber. She just had to hammer way into the show. And I have to sit here and pet her because if I quit petting her, she'll start crawling all over me. Yeah, you were pretty good at that, Nan. You know, you used to be one of my admins, moderators, admin, whatever you want to call it. You know, we had our share of trolls back then. Yeah, that's it. Amber's my buddy. Say hi to Nan. Amber, come on, face this way. You always do this to me. Say hi. Whoop, you're over here. See? Hi, how is everybody? Wee. Yeah, she's a cutie. Oh, there goes my headphone. Amber. Calm down. I gotta put her down. My headphone is going into orbit here. Go find mommy. Oh, God. Yeah, she stole the show. Oh, my God. Okay. Alrighty. This reminds me back in the days of Pal Talk. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, guys. Yeah, it's definitely an Amber Alert. She's my buddy. I'll tell you what, folks, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think I've bent everybody's ear long enough. Now, I'll be on the other channel tomorrow. Task Force for Truth. I will not be on this one. And we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into there. Why would Fox News hire Nancy Grace? Basically for ratings. As with the business, if she can bring good ratings to Fox, then they're going to hire her. It's just, that's the business. They may not agree with her politically, personally, or whatever, but if she can bring ratings to the show, to the network, which translates to money from advertising, which makes the world go around, then they will hire her. See, that's what you got to understand about how these things work. The other truth is the Task Force for Truth. I'm actually simulcasting on it right now. So if you were to go over to YouTube and type in the Task Force for Truth, it will come up and it will take you to that channel. What you do is watch the rewind of this live stream when I sign off, and you will see the advertisement for the live stream. Okay, I'm trying to. This thing is not cooperating. Okay. All right, everybody. It's time for me to go. If you would, please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification button. And I'll be back here tomorrow night, and we'll do something a little different. Until then, have a good one.